Listening to problem solving.
You look tired. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I guess I just had a bad night. I often don't sleep too well. You know, I have some strange dreams.
You do? I hardly ever dream.
Yeah, I've had some weird dreams. Really weird dreams. And they're scary. They're always scary ones. They're never good ones. They're just weird and off the wall.
Like nightmares?
Yeah, I have really bad nightmares. And I tend to have dreams that come true every once in a while. I try to be careful. You know the saying, don't tell a bad dream before breakfast because it might come true.
Never heard that. So, you tell it after breakfast?
Yeah, or sometimes not at all.
Question 1. How is the man acting towards the woman? Question 2. What's been happening to the woman lately? Question 3. What does the woman say you should do if you have a bad dream? Now listen to part 2.
Maybe you should change the position of your bed.
Why? How would that help?
Well, I've heard that if you sleep with your head to the north, you won't sleep well.
Really? Who told you that?
My aunt. She'd always been a terrible sleeper, but when she changed her bed to face east, she slept fine.
I can't change the position of my bed. My room has a lot of windows, so I can't put my bed against another wall.
Maybe that's the problem. Some Native Americans believe that bad dreams come in through your windows.
They do? Well, I can't get rid of my windows.
No, but you could put a dream catcher in a window.
Question 4. What does the man suggest? Question 5. Why can't the woman do what the man suggests? Question 6. What do some Native Americans believe? Now listen to part 3.
You've seen dream catchers, right? They're made of feathers and string and stuff. I've seen them in stores.
So have I. Huh. Do you think it would work?
Well, it might. They're supposed to catch the bad dreams before they reach you. And I think they look cool.
So do I. Okay, I'll get one and try it tonight.
Question 7. How has the man helped the woman? Question 8. What will the woman most likely do to solve her problem? Listening to a daily life conversation.
Hey Jen, I'm looking at these Chinese proverbs on the internet. They're pretty cool. Listen to this one. Some prefer carrots while others like cabbage.
Cute. What does it mean?
Can't you guess?
Oh, well, I can try. What was it again? Some prefer carrots.
While others like cabbage.
Okay. It must be about how different people like different things.
Yup, that's basically what it says. How about this one? Even a rabbit will bite if it's cornered.
That must mean something like, even shy people will fight back if they're put in a difficult situation.
Exactly.
This is fun. Read me some more.
Okay, how about paper can't wrap up fire?
Let's see. Paper burns if you wrap it around fire. I don't know. What does that mean?
Well, apparently it has something to do with honesty. You can try to lie about something, but it won't work. Sooner or later, people will find out the truth.
That one wasn't so easy.
Okay, here's a really hard one. What does it mean to say something is like taking apart a bridge just after you crossed it?
Taking apart a bridge. No idea.
I'm not surprised, actually. It's about people you can't trust, like the kind of people who take advantage of you and then pretend nothing happened.
Wow. I get the idea, but that's really hard to understand.
I know. But these proverbs are pretty interesting, don't you think?
Uh-huh.
Question 1. How does the man feel about his discovery? Question 2. What does the first proverb mean? Question 3. What does the second proverb mean? Question 4. What does the third proverb mean? Question 5. What does the fourth proverb mean? Listening for information.
Did you know that eating some foods can actually change your moods? Some doctors say that if you're in a bad mood, you can eat a certain food and the food will make you feel better. So let's talk to some people and see what they think about food and moods. Here's someone now. Hi, I'm Marty Moore, the Street Talk guy. What's your name?
Me? My name's Larry. Why?
Nice to meet you, Larry. Would you like to be on the radio?
On the radio? No thanks. I think I'm too nervous for that.
Oh, don't be nervous. Here, have some of this soup. It will help you relax.
Soup? It smells delicious. What's in it?
It's made with chili peppers.
Wow! That's hot!
Oh, don't worry. Soon you'll feel better. You see, chili peppers have something in them that makes your mouth feel very hot right after you eat them. But they will also help you to relax. The more chili peppers you eat, the more relaxed you will feel.
I sure hope you're right.
Okay, on to the next person. Hi, I'm Marty Moore. What's your name?
I'm Dan.
Gosh, Dan, you look really unhappy. What's wrong?
Oh, my girlfriend just left me and now I'm all alone. I feel miserable.
Gee, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe I can help you feel better. Here, eat some of these chocolate chip cookies. You see, chocolate has something in it that makes you feel more upbeat. Some people even say chocolate can make you feel like you're in love.
In love? Really?
Yes, and cookies are also made with wheat flour. Wheat can help you to relax and feel more upbeat too.
Well, thanks. I hope it works. I'll try anything.
Good luck. Okay, let's talk to someone else. Hello, what's your name?
My name? I'm Barbara.
Well, I'm Marty Moore, the Street Talk guy.
Sorry, but I'm really stressed. I'm late for work, and I'm still waiting for the bus. I have a lot of work to do, and my boss is going to be angry.
Here, I've got just what you need. Eat this turkey sandwich and drink this glass of orange juice.
Are you crazy? I need a bus, not food.
Hey, don't be so irritable. I'm just trying to help. You see, turkey can help you to feel more energetic, so you can do all of your work and feel less stressed. And the vitamin C in your orange juice can also help you to feel more energetic. It can even help you to feel more upbeat, so you won't be so irritable.
Thanks anyway, but I don't have time for food. I have to get to work.
Well, our time's up for today.
Question 1. Why doesn't the first person want to be on the radio? Question 2. What effect do chili peppers have on your mood? Question 3. Why does the man feel so miserable? Question 4. What effect does chocolate have on your mood? Question 5. What kind of mood is the woman in? Question 6. How can turkey affect your mood? Listening to a news item.
Glow Telecom, the communications giant, announced it would be holding a press conference today at their local headquarters. Is the industry leader preparing to shut down local operations and move overseas? With quarterly profits down again, Glow Telecom has union representatives and local government officials concerned that they may take more drastic measures after 1,000 skilled workers were let go 2 months ago in an effort to lower costs. This comes only 2 weeks after the mayor said in a speech that the local economy was, quote, strong and stable. If Glow Telecom decides to reduce its workforce, the local economy and hundreds of families will be adversely affected. Moreover, the community has already seen many manufacturing jobs leave the area, and according to union leaders, the future for local workers remains uncertain. It's unlikely laid-off workers would be able to find jobs in another factory. Over the past 15 years, the telecommunications industry has undergone enormous change. While most of the larger companies have already closed their domestic operations in order to move into cheaper labor markets, Glow Telecom has remained, until now, the exception. Tune in at 3 p.m. for the Glow Telecom press conference live.
listening to a discussion.
After sitting and talking with Chris Waddell for 20 minutes, you feel like anything is possible. Not so remarkable, perhaps, since he is a world champion skier, and he has also climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. If it were not for the fact that Chris is sitting in a wheelchair and is paralyzed from the waist down. The ski accident that caused his paralysis happened when Chris was a college student. Nevertheless, just 2 years after his accident, he won a place on the U.S. adaptive ski team. During the next 11 years, he won a total of 12 ski medals and, as a result, became the most decorated male skier in Paralympic history. But Chris is not one to rest on past achievements. His mission to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa, was just another of the ways Chris is proving that we should change the way in which we view people with special needs. This is why I visited him at his Utah base, so that I could learn more about this incredibly difficult challenge and what inspired it. So, Chris, what does being disabled actually mean to you? What is it that motivates you?
I look at it this way. We all have certain shortcomings. It's just that some are more visible than others. I think I'm extremely fortunate. Through my disability, I've done things and met people, presidents even, that I would never have met otherwise.
What inspired the climb up Mount Kilimanjaro?
Well, the date I chose to climb Mount Kilimanjaro was a halfway point in my life. I'd spent half of my life in a wheelchair, so it was a personal challenge. I am first and foremost an athlete, but I did it also in order to shine a light back on the disabled, to show that if you take the time to look, you might be surprised. People generally have a lot of preconceived ideas about disabled people. I wanted my climb to challenge those views, and so that people would start to see the 21+ million disabled people in the world in a completely different light. It's about raising awareness.
How did you actually achieve it?
I chose Mount Kilimanjaro because it's more readily accessible. You don't need ice picks and so on. But I used a specially adapted bicycle that I push with my arms. It was very physically challenging, and it took every last bit of my strength, but I had a team of friends, a doctor, and porters who carried the supplies. Also a film crew who made the documentary about the climb.
Chris Waddell has dedicated his life to defying the conventional wisdom of what a paraplegic can and cannot do. As a result, he has become a role model for all of us. Visit Chris's website and be inspired.
Listening to viewpoints.
Podcasts are digital audio files that are automatically downloaded from the internet onto a computer, with the further option of transferring them to a portable audio player like the Apple iPod. Podcasting started in about 2004 as a way to give a voice to the voiceless. Podcasts are taking off as a way that anyone, anywhere can get their voice heard on the internet. Access to information and communication technology in developing countries is growing day by day. Today, people all over the world are producing podcasts about topics ranging from astrophysics to knitting, and media organizations and institutions are spending time and effort to get pod ready. An appealing quality of podcasts is their on-demand nature. Audio is a great way to communicate complex ideas. Podcasting's function in giving people a voice could play a large role in its uptake in developing countries. The medium clearly has roots and retains links with traditional radio. The importance of radio in developing countries, particularly in rural areas, is well documented. But it is a one-way medium and doesn't necessarily offer opportunities for local people to get involved. But how feasible is access to podcasting equipment for the rural poor? In the areas that don't have electricity, never mind the internet, how can podcasting and other forms of audio communication succeed? Practical Action has been working on podcasts for the Cajamarca region of northern Peru, a poor rural area. Most of the people there rely on agriculture for their livelihoods. The project was part of another Practical Action initiative, which set up and maintains 8 local telecenters in the region. These consisted of a telephone and a solar-powered computer providing 2 hours of satellite-derived internet access a day. On one visit, McChesney saw that the telephone was much more popular than the computer. He realized that it was audio, voice, and stories that people used to communicate and share information, rather than text, particularly on a computer. Practical Action's local office in Peru surveyed local people about the type of information they needed to support their livelihoods. Advice on grape cultivation or raising cattle, for example. This information was then gathered from experts and recorded as digital audio files that could be sent to each of the telecenters via the internet. For McChesney, it's about using the appropriate technology to get information to people in specific circumstances. It remains to be seen whether podcasting can have a wider impact in the developing world. In the developed world, iPods and other digital audio players have raised the popularity of podcasts.